Hey guys, hey Beethovens, welcome to lesson 2. Hope you all are staying safe and sane. Has anybody heard of Jackbox.tv? It's this cool virtual game place where you can play games with other friends. And once you've done all your practicing, if you're still needing something to do, I'd recommend it. It was really fun when I played it with some friends. So for lesson 2, make sure we're going to be focusing on the dance portion of Gaelic air and dance, so make sure you've warmed up with a D minor scale. So if you need to go to the scales YouTube video, go do that and make sure you warmed up with a D minor scale. Okay, so now that you're all warmed up, I'm going to go through 3 small sections from the dance portion of Gaelic air and dance, and that's going to be this YouTube video, and then you should go to lesson 3 for the playthrough of these bigger sections. So let's work our way up to that. So first section, measure 53. We have here, this is the accompaniment part. The cellos have the dance main melody, and so while we're accompanying them, we don't want to be too loud. We mainly have groups of 3 quarter notes, and we want to have direction in these groups of quarter notes, and we want to go towards the 3rd quarter note. So kind of doing like a little crescendo to that 3rd quarter note. And you want to be using about half the bow. If you go a little past it, that's okay, but we don't want to use the full bow, okay? So let me play this for you. This is measure 53. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, go ahead, pause the video. I want you to play that by yourself 2 more times. Great. So the next little section that we're going to do is the second ending on the 2nd page, which is measure 88. Measure 88, that second ending measure of this little first section on the 3rd page. So the whole point of this pinpointed area is to make sure that the F natural, low 2, is low enough and the C sharp is high enough. And we're going to take a little break from going from the F natural to the C sharp. There'll be a little breath mark in there. Let me show you. So it starts with an up bow. And remember, all of this is going to be lower half-ish in our bow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me do that again. 3, 4. I took a little space between the F and then the C sharp. So pause the video and I want you to practice just that measure 6 times. Okay, let's go to the very last measure that we want to focus and zoom in on, and that is the very last measure. You'll see that we have what's called a double stop as our very last notes. It's a half note, but there's both a D and there's an A. So we're going to practice playing 2 strings at once. For so long, the past 4 years, we've worked so hard to just stay on 1 string, but guess what? Now you get to be on 2 strings at a time. So first, let's just practice that double stop together. I think we did this once in class this past year. So I want you to just try it again. So you want to make sure that your elbow is still nice and droopy, and you don't want to have too much pressure as you're playing on 2 strings. If anything, you want to lighten up a little bit. Make sure you landed on both A and D string and just look at both strings. And let's do both a down bow and an up bow. make sure, again, that you're not pressing too hard. You have to have a little bit of a lighter bow hold to do that. Listen one more time. I'm going to lift my bow off the string at the end so I can hear both of those open strings ring. So just pause the video, and I want you to do 6 down and up bows on D and A, the D and A double stop. Okay, great. Now let's put that in to the last line. So let's start at measure 104. Just listen once to how I want you to practice this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop, land on both strings, lighten up. Did you notice that I did quite a big slowdown? Why is that? What do we have written under the very last measure? What are those 2 words? Yeah, molto rit. Molto means a lot, and ritardando means slow down. So we're going to really slow down a lot. Listen one more time, and then you're going to go try this yourself. Big lift, and make sure you land on both strings. Breathe. Okay, great. So go through that line. I want you to pause it now, and I want you to play that line 5 times with really good double stop, and making sure that you're allowed to open up your bow bigger and use more bow as we get to the last measure for the molto rit. So have a lot of fun with this last line. It's very dramatic. Great. So once you've practiced all that's in this lesson 2, you're ready to go on to lesson 3, which is going to be more playing through bigger sections of the piece with me. Okay, bye guys.